नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणे। उमज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितमेन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् ललिता सकज। One second, just come back. श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ईश्वर परम कृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर गोविंद सर्व कारण कारणम। ओम तत्सत। हरे कृष्ण। By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the king of knowledge, Raja Vidya. By Krishna's causeless mercy, now we are successfully studying in the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is teaching us everything about himself, yoga of the Supreme Person, and about ourselves also, of course. So now Krishna is teaching us about how to reach him by cutting down all the attachments in this material world. So we should not have any attachments to anything. So for that very nice analogy, Krishna is giving us the very easy way to understand about our attachments in this material world. So in this world, normally, without the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we are always under illusion. That is known as mohitam. So we just think that this life is permanent and everything is, whatever is happening around us is everything is permanent, and we are the doers and all such things. And we claim the results and everything. So that way we'll be committing sins after sins. So that way we'll be binding ourselves into this material world every day more and more. So our bondage increases. When Krishna is teaching us that Anyatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha, yajnatat karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhan. So any action which is carried out not as an offering unto Krishna is going to bind us to this material world. So any action which is not done for Krishna. If we carefully analyze all our activities every day, most of the time in general, people in this world, in fact, 999 out of 1000 are always focusing only on the activities which are binding us to this material. So, when we were born in this world, that was due to bondage to this world. That's the reason we took birth here. That is known as Janma Bandha. So, Karma Bandha, Janma Bandha, this we have heard many times, we discussed many times, and that is the reason we were forced to accept a material body. We are forced to get this body. Now, by ourselves acting, by not offering to Krishna, by doing everything with attachment to the results, claiming the results, thinking that everything is owned by us. So what's happening is that we are binding ourselves more into this material web. So we are binding even more. So this is happening. So that means compared to our, like the time, at the time of birth, our bondage to this material world at the time of birth. So it should have completely reduced, completely eliminated before we die. But unfortunately, the opposite things are happening. It is the opposite, unfortunately. So we are binding ourselves more to this material world. Compared to birth, at the time of death, in general, people are bound more to this material world. So that means we are committing more sins. And we are answerable to all the sins. Even though we are not doing our actions, even though we are not doing any activities, we are just accepting that we are the doers. So sometimes when a person wants to buy some big loan or something like that, and they need somebody else to also sign as a guarantee. So, and if that person is not paying, so then the bank will come and ask the person who has signed on behalf of him to pay the money. So like that here, we are not doing anything. Maya is doing everything. The three modes of material nature, they are doing everything. Karya, Karana, Kartrutve, Hetuh, Prakriti, Uchyate. So Prakriti is doing everything. And just because we accept, we think that we are doing everything. And we take responsibility. In fact, we should not take any responsibility. We are not responsible. We are not responsible for any of our activities. But when we take responsibility, then we will be forced to act more because we are committing sins. And we will be bound more to this material world. So that way, with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we will learn very clearly that we are not responsible for anything and we should not take any responsibility for anything. Naivatasya kritena artho na kriteni eka kaschana. Nachasya sarvabhutesu kaschit artha vyapashya. So we are not responsible for even anyone's activities. Nachasya sarvabhutesu. And we are not answerable to anyone. So we should not take any responsibility and we are not answerable to anyone. That's what we need to understand. And that is possible only if we do all our activities as an offering unto Krishna. Yajnartha. So all the activities should be done only as yajna, as an offering unto Krishna. Krishna in Bhagavad Gita is teaching us what are the different types of yajnas to do. So in the 4th chapter, we studied at length, there are different types of yajnas. And if we know all these yajnas and do everything for Krishna, so then we are freed from all the sins. So if everything is done only as an yajna, only as an offering unto Krishna, then we are freed from all the sinful reactions. That's why this Bhagavad Gita will burn all the reactions into ashes. Because with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we will be doing every action as an yajna only as an offering unto Krishna. Then all the reactions will be completely taken away. So that's the secret, topmost secret we need to understand. So that means with this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, we will be able to release ourselves from the bondage in this material world. So that means every day, every moment, we will do everything only for Krishna. That's why repeatedly Krishna is teaching in Bhagavad Gita so many times that without a second thing, ananya, without anything, a second thing, always we should focus our mind only on Krishna. That's it. Then only we will be able to free ourselves from the bondage. Once we forget Krishna, once we focus our mind on the material sense objects, when our mind is carried away, then our intelligence, we are going to lose the intelligence. When our mind is carried away, we will not have the intelligence. When our mind is focusing on Krishna, then we will have the intelligence. When our mind is carried away by the senses and sense objects, then we won't have the intelligence. So, that way, then if we don't have the intelligence, then we'll commit more and more sins, then we will try to go after the results and we'll get ourselves bound more and more, and our entanglement in this material world will become very much complicated. That's it. That is not good thing at all. So that way, with the Bhagavad Gita knowledge, we should be able to regulate all our activities. That's what is very important. So it's very, very important that everything, whatever we do, it should be regulated. We cannot, of course, do anything without any limits. So everybody has got all kinds of limitations. That's it. So even if you don't sleep well, we won't be able to be very active during the daytime. Everything starts from sleep only, good sleep only. Even to serve Krishna, to please Krishna every day, we need to, as Krishna is teaching us, that sleeping is very important. And if we eat junk food, then it is not possible to serve Krishna, because that makes us very sleepy and very lazy and obese and brings all kinds of diseases. Then how are we going to use this body to serve Krishna, to please Krishna? So that's why Krishna is teaching very clearly that we should focus on what we are eating and we should focus on our sleep. So if we do all such things, then yogo bhavati dukkha, then we will not, all our distress will be gone. If we just take care of that, we don't have to worry about getting diseases or spending a lot of money going to hospitals, all such things. It's not needed. So that's what we need to understand. So with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, when we regulate everything, all our activities, everything is regulated. So then we can lead a very happy life. We can serve Krishna very well. So that's why it's very important for us to lead a life with this Bhagavad Gita knowledge and focusing everything what Krishna is teaching us. Everything. We should do everything. Each and every advice Krishna has given us, we need to follow, sincerely follow. So that starts with the sleep. That is the main thing. So everything starts. If we don't sleep enough every day, then we cannot serve Krishna. That's it. So that means it's 7 hours of sleep. And that too during the night time. So that means we are serving Krishna. That means we are pleasing Krishna. And of course, the prasadam, everything should be taken it as a prasadam. Yajnasista sinagasanto muchyante sarvakilbisha. Munjate te tu agam papa ye pachanti atmakaram. So that also very important activity we are doing every day. So again, it is yajna. So it should be offered to Krishna. So whatever we make, whatever we eat, if we offer to Krishna, that means it's yajna. So that means we are not bound. Such a simple way of living, correct? Krishna is teaching very easy way here. It's not at all difficult. Just make nice prasadam, delicious prasadam, just make it and offer to Krishna with love and devotion. Patram pushpam palam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati tadakam bhakti upagradam asnami prayatatmana. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, flower, fruit or water, I shall accept it. That's what Krishna is saying. So Krishna will accept it. So everything, whatever we are eating, it has to be first offered to Krishna. That's what is called yajna. Yajna sista sinaga santo muchyante sarva kilpishe. So that means we are not bound. Munjate to agam papa ye pachante atma karna. Those who prepare food for their sense gratification, they are eating only sins, verily sins. So it's very important. Every time, whatever we eat, yat karosi, yat dasnasi, yat jugosi, dadasi, yat tapasyasi kaunte, tat kuruso madarpanam. Whatever you eat, you offer to me. That's what Krishna is asking us. Of course, with love and devotion, if you offer, then only Krishna will accept it. We cannot offer to Krishna mechanically. It's not going to work out. Because Krishna said very clearly, what he's expecting is only love and devotion. Just because people can put so much money in the undi and go to temple, all such things, we need to understand that whether Krishna accepts it or not is very important. So Krishna will accept whatever we give with love, with devotion. Otherwise, it's everything belongs to Krishna only. Who are we to go and give it to him? What Krishna wants from us is just that love. With it, he cannot get it by force. Then that is not called love. So when we go to temple, when we offer everything to Krishna, what Krishna is expecting from us, our love only, our devotion only. That's what he is expecting. Because everything is coming from him. Everything is owned by him. He is the Sarvaloka Maheshwara. He is the Supreme Lord. He is Visveswara, Parameshwara, Yogeshwara. Everything is Krishna. So, everything is coming from him only. But that love, that devotion, that bhakti, so that is to come from us. That Krishna cannot force us to love him. That is not called love. So, that way, with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, if we offer everything unto Krishna with love and devotion, that is called yajna. So everything should be done as yajna only. Whatever we do, it should be yajna only. Anything we do. Simply depending on Krishna, we have to do everything as yajna and do everything for Krishna. So then our life will be, our existence will be purified. So purification of our existence, that's what is very important. That means our soul will be purified. So that way, every action we need to make sure that we are not getting bound to this material world. Every action. Whether we are attached to the results or not, whether we claim that the results is ours or not, whether we think that we are the doers, I am the doer or not, all these things matter. So that's what, with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, this cannot happen just suddenly. It's very slow and steady process. So we need to start ditching everything, start disconnecting from everything, and focusing ourselves only on Krishna and doing everything only for Krishna. So that's what is very important. All other things, rest will be nicely taken care by Krishna. So once we start loving Krishna, once we do everything for Krishna, then rest, Krishna will take care very nicely. He's there in our heart as a super soul, and he gives us the knowledge, he gives us the skills, everything what we need, the strength, everything is given by Krishna. And he's digesting the food what we are eating. Pachamyannam chaturvidam. And he's balancing our both prana and apana. Prana apana samaukritva. That's what Krishna is making the sama. It's balancing everything. Every day, every moment, we are breathing. Without breathing, we can't live. And effortlessly, we are able to breathe. And just both apana and the prana, everything is happening. Ingoing, outgoing, incoming, outgoing, all these things, air is, it's happening nicely. So everything is happening by Krishna's mercy. So that's what we need to understand. So that way, Krishna is entering into each and every planet, and by his energy, they stay in orbit. Gamavisya cha bhutani dharayami aham ojasa. So that energy is coming from Krishna. So we need to understand that sun energy, that is Krishna, Prabhasmi, Sasi Suryayo. So I am the light from the sun and moon. Tapami aham varsham. So I am the heat from the sun, and I am the varsham, I am the rain. Everything is Krishna. Nigrihami uchrijami. Everything is coming from Krishna. So we need to understand all these things and dedicate everything to Krishna. Then we will be able to live a life without binding ourselves to this material world. Otherwise, we will keep coming back to this material world and struggle in this material world. So as Krishna is teaching, that's what this sloka, what we are going to study today in the 15th chapter. So Krishna is going to teach us very clearly that we are actually of his amsa, but we are struggling and suffering in this material world. So because we are associating ourselves with the three modes of material nature, Prakriti. So that's why Prakriti Stani Karsati. So in the sloka number 5, what we studied in the 15th chapter, Nirmana moha ajita sangatosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kama dvandvair vimukta sukha dukkha samyair gachanti amudah padam avyayam tathe. Nirmana moha, free from false prestige and illusion. Jitasanga dosha, free from the attachment. Adhyatma nitya, always situated in the knowledge of the self. Vinivritta kama, free from all the desires. Dvandvair vimuktaga, freed from the dualities. Sukha dukkha samyair, being equal in both happiness and distress. Gachanti amudaha padam avyayam tat. Amudaha, a person who is not a fool, will reach the permanent abode. Padam avyayam. So once we achieve all these qualifications, we are ready to go to Goloka. Those who are free from false prestige, illusion, and false association, who understand the eternal, who are done with the material lust, who are freed from the dualities of happiness and distress, and who unbewildered know how to surrender unto the Supreme Person, attain to that eternal kingdom. Then in the next sloka, what we studied in the last class, Na satbhasayate suryo na sashanko na pavakaha yadgatva na nivartante taddama paramam mama. So that abode of mind is never illumined by sun or moon or fire. Na suryo, na sasanko, na pavaka. So it is either Surya or Sasanka or Pavaka, the sun or moon or fire. So it is Bhashayate, not illuminated. So na Bhashayate. So Yadgatva na Nivartante. Anyone who reaches there will not come back here. So Taddama Paramamama. That Dhamma is my supreme abode. So that is my supreme abode. That's what Krishna is teaching. Taddama Paramamama. That's what we need to go. We need to go to that supreme abode. Paragat tasmat bhavanyo avyakto vyaktat sanatana. So that's what Krishna is teaching us. So there, if we go there, we will not come back. Yadgatva na nivartante taddama paramamam. So avyakto ksharam ityuktaga tamahugu paramam gati. Yam gatvana nivartante taddama paramamama. That's what Krishna is teaching. That supreme abode of mind is not illumined by the sun or moon, nor by fire or electricity. Those who reach it never return to this material world. So then in the next sloka, what we are studying today, this sloka number 7, Mamaivamso Jivaloke Jivabhutaka Sanatanaka Managa Shastani Indriyani Prakristani Karshati. So these jivas, this jiva bhutaka, sanatanaga, it is eternal. This eternal jivas, the living entities, they are of my amsa, but they are in this material world. So jiva loki. So in this material world, with 6 senses including the mind, Managa Sastani Indriyani, with 6 senses including the mind. Prakriti Stani. So in this Prakriti, they are struggling hard. Kasati. So they are situated in this Prakriti and struggling hard. So that's what Krishna is teaching. So we are suffering with our karmendriyas, with our mind and everything. We are struggling and suffering in this material world. We are not supposed to be here. We should be in Krishna's world, in Goloka, and enjoy with him forever. But because of ignorance, because of illusion, because of false ego, so we are struggling and suffering in this material world. The living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with 6 senses, which include the mind. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished the 7th sloka in the 15th chapter. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Mithun Prabhu
Hare Krishna Guruji, how are you?
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Smith Prabhu Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah, thank you Guruji for the wonderful class. So have you been to Vrindavanam, Guruji?
No, I want to go, Prabhu. I've never been. Next time I will definitely go. Prabhu.
Okay, Guruji.
Yeah. I want to go and stay there for a very long time, actually. Yes, Prabhu. That's what my wish. But Krishna will fulfill. Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Guruji. All Krishna's wish.
Krishna's wish. Yes, Prabhu. It will happen. Krishna's wish.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Munmud Mataji, Hare Krishna. Hina Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Guruji, for today's class. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Shravani, Mataji, are you able to unmute? Hare Krishna. I just see you yourself joining now. We just finished Bhagavad Gita and discussing the question and answer. If you can unmute and introduce yourself, that will be nice. Hare Krishna. Asha Mataji, Hare Krishna. Palniappan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So today's your initial explanation is really very interesting because the Maya is doing everything, but we feel that we are doing everything and then getting the blame and getting the sins and not able to come out and all these problems because our bhakti is not so good. That is the reason. So it's a really interesting thing which you taught today. And sloga also really very good because of our six these things only we are not able to come out. That is another good thing we learned today. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Mohanan Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Ravindra Goyal Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Sadhar Dandavad Pranam Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much Guruji for a wonderful class. I could attend after a big gap, but I hope I would be regular now. So no questions Guruji. It's wonderful to be in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mohanan Prabhu.
Pranam Guruji. Thank you so much for the class, Guruji. After a long time, I could also attend the class today properly. Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Sumati Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you very much for the class, Guruji. Like you said, starting from sleep, which is also important. Only then you can do all other things correctly. and
That is-
digestions by Krishna. All the activities, every daily activities that we do is also, the grace is by Krishna.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
very much I appreciate and understand. One day in between I had less sleep, and that full day it became very difficult to do other things.
Yes, ma'am.
Always in the mind that, okay, I've not slept well, that
Yes.
this thing was, you were not able to concentrate well.
That
Yes,
is correct.
Guruji. Thank you. Thank you very much for the class, Guruji. Very nice class. Thank you, Guruji.
Mataji, Hare
Hare
Krishna. Satyendra Singh Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Asha Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji, for nice class. Bhagavad Gita knowledge is the only way to get out of this material world, Guruji.
That is correct, Mataji. No doubt
No
about it.
other way.
No other way. There is no other.
Yes, Guruji.
Indeed.
Thank you,
Okay.
Guruji, for keeping us in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु दंडवत प्रणाम
धन्यवाद
हरे
प्रणाम।
कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे
हरे
हरे रामा
राम
रामा
राम
रामा
राम
हरे
हरे
हरे कुंभनंदी सर क्लास
हरे
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 कृष्ण
कृष्ण। दीपेश प्रभु, हरे कृष्णा प्रभु।
Hare Krishna Guruji. Thank you for the
हरे
class, Guruji.
थैंक यू।
Hare Krishna Guruji.
हरे कृष्ण, हरे कृष्ण। सुनील प्रभु, हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
हरे कृष्ण गुरुजी दंडवत
प्रणाम प्रभु, हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण गुरुजी
यस प्रभु, हरे कृष्ण, दंडवत प्रणाम प्रभु।
दंडवत प्रणाम गुरुजी and by the grace of Krishna my diksha is completed guruji and she has said guruji and I joined your class and my life changed and what I am today only for you guruji, so I am dandavat pranam you again and again guruji.
Yes, Krishna's mercy, Prabhu. Krishna's causeless mercy. Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Very nice, Prabhu.
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu. Hare Ram.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Satyendra Singh Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Lakshmi Sridhar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji, Pranam Guruji.
Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Cosmos mercy of Krishna. We are studying the King of Knowledge, Bhagavad Gita, in the 15th chapter. Krishna here teaches about everything about himself and ourselves also. Krishna teaches how to cut all attachments, and he has given a good analogy of inverted banyan tree. In this world, we are always in the clutches of moha, under illusion, and always committing sins and sins, binding ourselves in this material world. Any action not done for Krishna is binding us with this material world. By birth it is Janma Bandhana, then Karma Bandhana. By claiming results, not offering our all actions to Krishna, we are getting more and more binded with this material world. As we are accepting, we are the doer, that is also not good. Maya is doing everything and we are not doing it. We have to realize that. We take responsibility, then binding more to this material world. We should not be responsible to any action. All actions we have to do as an offering to Krishna, like an yajna. With the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we do everything as yajna and as an offering to Krishna. We release ourselves from this bondage. Always we should focus our mind on Krishna only, Ananya, without focusing on anything else. Then we have intelligence. We should regulate our activities with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Regulating our eating and sleep, we can serve Krishna better. With the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, regulating our life, we lead a very happy life. We need to follow Krishna's instructions, need enough sleep and necessary. By offering our all actions to Krishna, we are not bound to this material world. Whatever we eat, and then with love and devotion we serve Krishna. Krishna expects our love and devotion only. Whatever we offer as prasadam to Krishna, we have to offer with love and devotion. We have to show that it is a yajna, everything to be done as a yajna, purifying our soul. These things we need to practice. Krishna is in our soul, taking care, balancing everything. Energy is coming from Krishna only. Sun, rain, everything is coming from Krishna. That is what we understand in today's lecture. And in the 15th chapter, 6th sloka, what we studied is Krishna is telling that in my abode, it's not illuminated by sun or moon or by fire. Anyone who reaches my abode, he will not come back. That is my supreme abode. In today's sloka, sloka number 7, Krishna is telling all these embodied souls in this material world are eternal fragments of myself in this material world. They are all struggling in this prakriti, situated in this prakriti and bound by the senses in this material world and struggling with 6 senses, including mind. Thank you very much, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Satyendra Singh Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji, pranam.
Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Interesting session, Guruji. Really, in the beginning, you have beautifully explained to purify the self, or whatever we have to offer Krishna with devotion and love, and we have to regulate all the activities. Really interesting session. We really enjoyed. Thank you, Guruji. Your wonderful class. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Munmut Mataji, Hare Krishna. Mani Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Dhanyabad, pranam. Gurubhyo namaha. Yeah, yesterday Guru Purnima.
Yes, Prabhu.
So this thing, pranam to you. So today class also it has segregated what is the Maya Shakti, how it influences us, to our soul, how need to be separated from our bodily activities. It's nicely explained.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
If there is along with this sloka chapter, the explanation, is there is any unique activity which is supposed to do? Say, there are so many Sanatana Dharmas teaches us how to do puja, yajna and all these things. A person who follows Bhagavad Gita, who follows the footsteps of Krishna, if there is any ritual, a particular specific activity which will make us to, stay with Krishna conscious. Is there is anything there which need to be followed on day-to-day basis?
Everything what Krishna is teaching us in Bhagavad Gita, we need to follow. But for that, one simple thing, if we follow, everything else will be satisfied. So that is spreading Krishna's message. So I'm sure there will be hundreds of devotees who also may be definitely joining our Bhagavad Gita class. So we have to just spread Krishna's message. So that one thing, if we do it very successfully, very sincerely, in a dedicated way, so that means everything else will fall into place. Everything else, Krishna's message, so will happen. So that's the main thing what we are supposed to do.
So other than that, there is no specific rituals or anything which through Bhagavad Gita they ask us to do. Say other than chanting and other things, it
is teaching us everything like do it for him. That's it. Like what we discussed today, sleeping for Krishna, we have to sleep at least 7 hours, and then eating for Krishna. So we need to make only sattvic food and offer it to Krishna and honor it as prasadam. So that we are supposed to do. These are all this should be our integral part of our life, correct? Every day we are sleeping, every day we are eating. So these things are all, it should be like our way of life. following this Bhagavad Gita. So like that.
So
So
apart
if
from
it
doing
all
all these
starts from eating and sleeping and then spreading Krishna's message. If you do all those things, what I used to say, there are 4 pillars earlier, correct? You used to say eating and studying this Bhagavad Gita, like what we are doing, and chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and then spreading Krishna's message, and then honoring Krishna's prasadam. So these things are all those things should be our day-to-day life. We should be doing it. Yes, bro.
Yeah, the message is very clear. That means the sleeping or whatever upabhoga we are doing by eating or whatever it is, that should be a kind of enlightenment, should happen throughout, wherein which you are not in tamoguna on a laziest mode. Even in the sleeping, you are in a alert mode. So that Krishna is taking. So that kind of wisdom we need to carry. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you very much for today's class. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Manoranjan Sagar Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji, very nice class. Really, they are very. Guru Purnima was there yesterday on how we miss you, Guruji, because of your and that class. Somehow every day is Guru Purnima. You are giving your blessings regularly. We are really. I feel that not only that day. So when you have a darshan of yours, we feel that we are observing Guru Purnima. So really, it is very wonderful. You enlighten us every day by this gross body is nothing. When you total surrender to Lord Krishna, that is the eternal bliss. And from your blessings, we are transforming. You are personal. Nothing in this world, rather above Lord Krishna. Nobody is above. And Guruji also. Without Guru, we cannot achieve. Even Guru Krishna himself also have a Guru, has a Guru Sandipani. And so Guru is the ultimate source. And like Ekalabhya also, without having a portrait, he could not become direct teacher and get the direct student of the Drodha. Still then, without the chitram, the picture of the portrait of Guru, and he followed. So without Guru, we cannot achieve anything in life. That kind of knowledge, that kind of enlightenment, with the only by the grace of Guruji, we can achieve that. So Guru is not a easy word. It is a really very, we should go deep into that and understand. So we have to surrender ourselves. We are nothing. When we subjugate our all senses and move, controller, the God is Nyanta, Biswa Nyanta, the Lord Krishna. And we are just agents. We are instruments. And we don't say that we are doing these things or that things. So really, Guruji, very nice class. And we are part of this Jivatma, but he's not affected. Just like sun is also reflected in the water, not affected like that, Lord Krishna. And we are just part, maybe part, but he's not perturbed, he's not disturbed. So we are part of that soul. And it is a very interesting sloka, and you go deep into that, have a more and more sources. This is the final knowledge, the Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita. So these are the knowledge how Vyasa has created all these scriptures, and he has compiled. This is Rusim Mukha, that's Smriti. So we are getting this knowledge. Really, Guruji, without Guru, we cannot achieve. Otherwise, that thank you, Guruji. Pranam, Guruji. Sadda Naman, Naman, Naman.
Hare Krishna, let us listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare